What's good, what's good, what's good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. Shout out to the IPA. You already know what it is. As the time draws closer and nearer for the good doc to take that trip back overseas, I wanted to have this particular moment, or take this particular moment, an opportunity to talk to you guys about what I would find to be key travel essentials, especially when you're traveling to hot tropical climates such as the Philippines. And if you haven't already got these on your list right now, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest you go out and get this right now before you take that trip overseas. And I'm not going to waste time. I'm only going to give you 3. And if you guys have any that you want to add, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit me up on the Patreon. Just started it up again. They finally let your boy back on it. Not top comment, but top of the description area. You guys should be able to lock in if you want to support the good doc on this particular aspect of his journey. Number one thing that I know that I'm packing for sure, and I have these in abundance, and if you don't have it on your list, you need to put it on your list, is these things called dry fit t-shirts, right? DRI-FIT t-shirts. Now, most dry fit t-shirts are pretty much material that is like 100% polyester, right? So that material is kind of not like cotton, not like this. That's pretty much the only thing that it's not. It's complete opposite. It's not a cotton polyester blend. It is typically 100% polyester. And why do I like dry fit t-shirts? It should not be secret. It should not be, common sense or anything like that. But the reason why I enjoy them is because whenever you're sweating, and you're going to get hot when you go to the Philippines. It's a very hot, humid climate. And a lot of the tips or tricks or things that I pack are going to be, basically in relation to that. But with dry fit t-shirts, you already know what it is, man. When you sweat, the t-shirt basically has this moisture wicking type material that basically dries you out. Right? So you don't necessarily have to wear an undershirt or a tank top or a white beat or whatever you want to call it underneath it, because what typically happens is when you're sweating, the shirt basically dries out, the sweat. And you don't typically get this with cotton type t-shirts. Yes, I still have a lot of cotton blend t-shirts in, my packing. But at the same time, I do believe that the dry fit t-shirts are far better because, it does dry up the sweat for you. Now, there's good and bad when it comes to the utilization of dry fit t-shirts. And what I found to be one of the things that I want you to be very, very cautious of is if you're out and about and you're walking around and you're trying to do your exploring and you're doing it during the height of the day or, top of the afternoon when it's probably at its hottest, What'll tend to happen is if you try to transition from that hot climate and you try to jet into a mall real quick or something like that, you already know in malls, right? AC's on full blast. The air conditioning is full blast, so you could run the risk of getting sick if you come from a straight hot climate into a into like a mall or any place where the AC is on full blast, right? And what you'll see in the Philippines, or what you'll notice, is there's these thing called good morning towels. Right, shout out to the Good Morning Gang. You already know who you are. So what it is, this is a basic towel, and what you'll see most Filipinos do is they'll put it right there in the back of the t-shirt, in between their back and the actual shirt. And what it does is that's usually how they dry up the moisture on their back, because even they know going from hot to cold or anything like that, or when your back's wet, you run the risk of, actually getting sick. So you'll see a lot of them, if they're wearing their cotton blend t-shirts, or, even if they do have dry fit on, they put that towel in between their back and the t-shirt in order to prevent their shirt from actually getting wet or getting sweat up. Right, so that's number one, man. Your dry fit t-shirts. You've got to have your dry fit tees, right? Just be careful from, extreme, conditions, whether it's extreme hot going to extreme cold, things like that, because I don't want you guys to get sick. All right, number 2. This is just a personal favorite to me. You guys may see it different, but it's a personal favorite to me. And it's the spray-on deodorant, right? The spray-on. Gotta have the spray, right? I used to use, back in the day, the powder. That powder form type, the roll-on type shit, right? Now, I don't do that liquid roll-on because it dries out too quick and I don't think it works. But that powder stuff, although it does work, if you're a guy who, and I'm just saying this to be honest, but if you're kind of hairy under there, right, underneath pits and shit, what tends to happen is that chalky, powdery stuff starts to cake up underneath and the hairs and shit under your arms. And it's not really a good look, right? It just doesn't look good. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be in short sleeve t-shirts and probably not in hoodies like this one if you haven't already got your IPA hoodie. You already know where to find it below this video. But you're likely to be wearing short sleeve t-shirts and things like that, where you don't want your, your killy, is it? No, it's your killy. Is it killy? Fuck, you know what I mean. Your armpit exposed to shit. You got that caked up, like, powdery stuff underneath your arms. I just don't think that that's a good look, at least in my opinion. Maybe you guys see it different, but for me, I think that the spray-on deodorant, I got the 72-hour protection. Whether it works for 72 hours, I couldn't tell you, and I'm not gonna lie to you, so I don't know. But I got the 72-hour protection spray-on deodorant. It works for me. I like it. I enjoy it. And I think you guys should invest in it if you're not already using it already, right? So number 1, your dry fit tees. Number 2, your spray on deodorant. And number 3, I say 2. We have 1 and 2. Number 3, this here, I think everybody has this in their collection, but it's a pair of solid flip-flops, right? Or zapatos, or a solid pair of shoes, or chinilas, whatever you want to call it. But it has to be open-toed, or something where your feet can actually breathe, right? And the reason I say that is, I don't know about y'all, but if I'm walking in socks and a pair of shoes, especially in a hot, humid climate such as the Philippines, my feet tend to sweat. And, that's not a good look, man, when your feet start to sweat, because it don't always, don't always end well, right? So if you're going to try to avoid that, you're going to probably wear open-toed shoes, flip-flops, but you got to invest in something solid, right? Not just some off-brand. You can go to the Ukay and probably purchase you a 50 peso pair of flip-flops, but I don't think that those are going to be the most suitable unless you really just need them for a temporary time. If you're planning on being out in the streets or on the beach or something like that, I want you to invest in something a little bit more solid. Me, and this is the only name brand that I'm dropping in this video because I have no choice, but I like Crocs. Love them, right? I don't necessarily like the flip-flop where the little thing be stuck between my big toe and my middle toe. Right? I don't really care for that. But a solid pair of Crocs, man, I don't know what it is. Maybe because I got flat feet. I don't know. But Crocs be hitting different. So I'm definitely packing my pair of Crocs to have with me so that I can wear them as I need fit. And if you don't necessarily want to invest in the actual name brand of Crocs, I'm pretty sure there's some knockoff stuff that you can actually get that'll probably serve the exact same purpose, right? But a good pair of Crocs, a solid pair of, like, shoes that can fit around your entire foot. Just in case you're walking on the street, you step some dookie or something like that, you can just kick the shit off. You ain't got to worry about, losing your whole entire foot. Because me, if I step in something, I'm trying to cut everything from the ankle below. Y'all could just keep the foot. It's okay. I didn't need it in the first place. I already got another one on the other foot. I don't need it, right? So in order for you not to necessarily have to go to such drastic measures, invest in a good pair of Crocs, man. A good pair of open-toed shoes, right? And there are so many more things that I could add to this list, but I only wanted to give you 3. I mean, of course, you could talk about packing your favorite brand of condoms if you want to, depending on your lifestyle choice, however you choose to get down. We could talk about how much money we need to bring with us. I'm going to get to that in the next video for you guys. But there's so many other things, key essentials that you could have for you. But for me, when it comes to traveling to hot and humid climates such as the Philippines, I do believe that these 3 things should be, if not at the top of your list, very, very close to the top of your list. Solid pair of slippers, solid pair of chinilas, solid pair of sandals, whatever you want to call them. Definitely your dry fit t-shirts and a good spray on deodorant, something that's long lasting, right? Because you don't want to be funky when you're trying to talk to these girls in the Philippines, right? So y'all, pick up what the good doc is putting down. And if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's been a good doc. Man, y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed. Doc is out. Peace.